Hello and welcome. We have a great one for you today. Semiconductors. In this video, we are giving you dividend stocks that are poised to reap the benefit of the surging demand for consumer products that contains chips and global shortage of semiconductors as a result of the pandemic-related production disruption. Here in the United States and around the world, the need for semiconductor due to demand for digitalization and technologies all around, which in turn is resulting in shortage, is unprecedented. The pandemic has also contributed to the shortage of many other consumer products that have semiconductors built in it. Everything you see around you needs some kind of semiconductor to work. For example, your car, refrigerator, your phone, your devices, your network and other computer peripherals, even your cloud infrastructure as well as your means of connecting to that cloud, uses some kind of semiconductor chip. The more digitalization and automation we require, the more surge in demand. The shortage of semiconductor may not be resolved anytime soon. Why is there shortage and skyrocketing prices for semiconductors? 1. Increased demand in consumer products. 2. 5G network rollout. 3. Transformation of automotive market toward electric vehicles, also known as EV. 4. Digitalization of industrial economies, which drives the growth in cloud computing and data center spending. Note that this is a rather very stingy industry that pays extremely low dividend, as they understandably spend bulk of their revenue on research, innovation and developing the new state-of-the-art semiconductors to stay competitive. On the bright side, however, most of these stocks here have beaten the S&P 500 hands down. Some have beaten S&P by more than 690%. Having said that, I call these the growth stocks for dividend investors who wants dividend payback, no matter how small, and also want growth a little similar to Tesla and the FANG stocks. This list is dividend specific, so in order to make our list, the stocks must pay dividend no matter how small, and must be listed on any of our United States stock exchanges. Yes, we like our dividend no matter how small the yield, so if your favorite semiconductor stock is missing, it's probably because they don't pay dividend at this time. Without further ado, let's get into it. Number 11. ASML Holding NV, ticker symbol ASML. Founded in 1984 and headquartered in Veldhoven, Netherlands, ASML develops, produces, markets, sells, and services advanced semiconductor equipment systems. At the time of this video, ASML has a share price of $647.83 and market cap of $260.10 billion. An annual percentage dividend yield of 1.29%. For investors, that means $8.38 per share a year, or a semi-annual passive dividend payment of $2.08 per share. ASML has been growing their dividend for 1 year. ASML has a payout ratio of 38.52%, which means there's great room to increase this dividend. In the past 1 year, investors have also enjoyed a 1-year stock growth and appreciation of 11.22%. This company pays out semi-annually in May and November of every year. ASML Holdings' 5-year total return, which includes dividend payout and stock price return, beats the S&P 500 by a whopping 333.45%. Check it out. That's just mind-blowing. Number 10. Microchip Technology Incorporated. Ticker symbol MCHP. Founded in 1989 and headquartered in Chandler, Arizona, Microchip Technology Incorporated develops, manufactures, and sells semiconductor products. At the time of this video, MCHP has a share price of $71.78 and market cap of $39.91 billion. An annual percentage dividend yield of 1.41%. For investors, that means $1.01 per share a year, or a quarterly passive dividend payment of 25 cents per share per quarter. MCHP has been growing their dividend for 10 years. MCHP has a payout ratio of 20.36%, which means there's great room to increase this dividend. In the past 1 year, however, MCHP 1-year stock growth and appreciation is behind at -8.29%. And like clockwork, this company pays out dividend in the months of March, June, September, and December of every year. MCHP 5-year total return, which includes dividend payout and stock price return, beats the S&P 500 by 13%. Number 9. KLA Corporation. Ticker symbol KLA. Founded in 1997 and headquartered in Milpitas, California, KLA is a semiconductor manufacturing company that supplies process control and yield management system for semiconductor industry. At the time of this video, KLA has a share price of $358.30 and market cap of $54.00 billion. An annual percentage dividend yield of 1.17%. For investors, that means $4.20 per share a year, or a passive dividend payment of $1.05 per share per quarter. KLA has been growing their dividend for 16 years. KLA has a payout ratio of 21.07%, which means great room to increase this dividend. In the past 1 year, investors have also enjoyed a 1-year stock growth and appreciation of 10.19%. And like clockwork, this company pays out dividend in the months of March, June, September, and December of every year. KLA 5-year total return, which includes dividend payout and stock price return, beats the S&P 500 by a mind-blowing 245.63%. Check it out. That's just incredible. Number 8. Analog Devices Incorporated, ticker symbol ADI. Founded in 1965 in Cambridge, Massachusetts. Analog Devices is a multinational semiconductor company headquartered in Norwood, Massachusetts. At the time of this video, ADI has a share price of $160.36 and market cap of $83.92 billion. An annual percentage dividend yield of 1.9%. For investors, that means $3.04 per share a year, or a passive dividend payment of 76 cents per share per quarter. ADI has a payout ratio of 40.84%, which means great room to increase this dividend. ADI has been growing their dividend for 18 years. In the past 1 year, investors have also enjoyed a 1-year stock growth and appreciation of 1.44%. And like clockwork, this company pays out dividend in the months of March, June, September, and December of every year. Analog Devices 5-year total return, which includes dividend payout and stock price return, beats the S&P 500 by 11%. Number 7. Applied Materials Incorporated. Ticker symbol AMAT. Founded in 1967 and headquartered in Santa Clara, California, Applied Material supplies equipment, services and software for the manufacture of semiconductor chips. At the time of this video, AMAT has a share price of $133.35 and market cap of $118.41 billion. An annual percentage dividend yield of 0.72%. For investors, that means 96 cents per share a year, or a passive dividend payment of 24 cents per share per quarter. AMAT has a payout ratio of 13.04%, which means there is exceptional, great room to increase this dividend. AMAT has been growing their dividend for 4 years. In the past 1 year, investors have also enjoyed a 1-year stock growth and appreciation of 17.56%. And like clockwork, this company pays out dividend in the months of March, June, September, and December of every year. Applied Materials 5-year total return, which includes dividend payout and stock price return, beats the S&P 500 hands down by a whopping 194.68%. Check it out. That's just incredible. Number 6. QUALCOMM Incorporated. Ticker symbol QUALCOMM. Founded in 1985 and headquartered in San Diego, California, QUALCOMM is a multinational corporation that creates semiconductors software and services related to wireless technology. At the time of this video, Qualcomm has a share price of $167.64 and market cap of $188.93 billion. An annual percentage dividend yield of 1.62%. For investors, that means $2.72 per share a year, or a passive dividend payment of 68 cents per share per quarter. Qualcomm has a payout ratio of 28.02%, which means there is great room to increase this dividend. Qualcomm has been growing their dividend for 11 years. In the past 1 year, investors have also enjoyed a 1-year stock growth and appreciation of 20.02%. And like clockwork, this company pays out dividend in the months of March, June, September, and December of every year. Qualcomm 5-year total return, which includes dividend payout and stock price return, beats the S&P 500 hands down by 143.59%. Check out the chart. Before we continue, we like to implore you to give us a superb gift by subscribing and clicking on the notification bell so that you don't miss future videos. A lot of our viewers are not subscribing, so please don't leave us without encouraging us with your subscribe. Thank you. Now let's move on. Number 5. BROADCOM. Ticker symbol AVGO. BROADCOM is one of my favorites and the most dividend generous of the bunch. It's not cheap, but the price sure reflects the quality, strength, and behemoth that the company is. Using Peter Lynch's legendary term, I say BROADCOM is no doubt a dividend and growth stalwart. It may lack the fanfare, but most agree it is a stalwart. You really should buy into this company somehow, even if you have to do it by fractional share. Founded in 1961 and headquartered in San Jose, California, BROADCOM is a designer, developer and manufacturer of semiconductors and other infrastructure software products. At the time of this video, AVGO has a share price of $579.99 and market cap of $237.57 billion. An annual percentage dividend yield of 2.83%. For investors, that means $16.40 per share a year, or a passive dividend payment of $4.10 per share per quarter. AVGO has a payout ratio of 53.21%, which means there is room to increase this dividend. AVGO has been growing their dividend for 10 years. In the past 1 year, investors have also enjoyed a 1-year stock growth and appreciation of 20.02%. And like clockwork, this company pays out dividend in the months of March, June, September, and December of every year. BROADCOM 5-year total return, which includes dividend payout and stock price return, beats the S&P 500 hands down by 119.65%. Check it out. That's incredible. Number 4. Intel Corporation. Ticker symbol INTC. Founded in 1968 and headquartered in Santa Clara, California, Intel is a multinational corporation and technology company. At the time of this video, Intel has a share price of $45.04 and market cap of $183.40 billion. An annual percentage dividend yield of 3.24%. For investors, that means $1.46 per share a year, or a quarterly passive dividend payment of 37 cents per share per quarter. Intel has a payout ratio of 25.41%, which means there is so much more room to increase this dividend. Intel has been growing their dividend for 19 years. In the past 1 year, however, Intel's 1-year stock growth and appreciation of is behind at -26.89%. And like clockwork, this company pays out dividend in the months of March, June, September, and December of every year. Intel 5-year total return, which includes dividend payout and stock price return, is below S&P 500. Number 3. Texas Instruments Incorporated. Ticker symbol TXN. Founded in 1951 and headquartered in Dallas, Texas, Texas Instrument is a semiconductor and various circuit manufacturing company. This stock needs little to no introduction. At the time of this video, TXN has a share price of $166.74 and market cap of $153.99 billion. An annual percentage dividend yield of 2.76%. For investors, that means $4.60 per share a year, or a passive dividend payment of $1.15 per share per quarter. TXN has a payout ratio of 49.63%, which means there is good room to increase this dividend. TXN has been growing their dividend for 16 years. In the past 1 year, however, Texas Instrument 1-year stock growth and appreciation has been behind at -5.54%. And like clockwork, this company pays out dividend in the months of February, May, August, and November of every year. Texas Instruments' 5-year total return, which includes dividend payout and stock price return, beats the S&P 500 hands down by 45.98%. Number 2. NVIDIA Corporation. Ticker symbol NVDA. Headquartered in Santa Clara, California. NVIDIA is a multinational technology company. NVIDIA has one of the widest moat in the industry. The company is the leader of all semiconductor companies in the USA. At the time of this video, NVIDIA has a share price of $236.42 and market cap of $591.05 billion. An annual percentage dividend yield of 0.07%. For investors, that means 7 cents per share a year, or a passive dividend payment of 16 cents per share per quarter. NVIDIA has a payout ratio of 3.6%, which means there is so much more room to increase this dividend. NVIDIA has 0 year of dividend growth. In the past 1 year, investors have also enjoyed a 1-year stock growth and appreciation of 59.43%. And like clockwork, this company pays out dividend in the months of March, June, September, and December of every year. NVIDIA 5-year total return, which includes dividend payout and stock price return, beats the S&P 500 hands down by 690%. Check it out. That's just mind-blowing. Number 1. TAIWAN Semiconductors Manufacturing Company. Ticker symbol TSM. Founded in 1987 and headquartered in Hsinchu, Taiwan. TSM is a global semiconductor company with footprint reaching almost everywhere in the world. They boast of 63% global foundry market share. Also, known as Taiwan Semi or TSMC, TSM has the widest moat in the industry, and it considered the leader in its peers with one of the biggest by market capitalization. At the time of this video, TSM has a share price of $119.31 and market cap of $592.65 billion. An annual percentage dividend yield of 1.57%. For investors, that means $1.98 per share a year, or a passive dividend payment of 50 cents per share per quarter. TSM has been growing their dividend for 1 year. TSM payout ratio of 35.97%, which means there's more than enough room to further grow the dividend. In the past 5 years, investors have also enjoyed a 5-year stock growth and appreciation of 268.92%. Taiwan Semi pays out dividend in the months of January, April, July, and October of every year. Taiwan Semi's 5-year total return, which includes dividend payout and stock price return, beats the S&P 500 hands down by 226.5%. Remember, all we do is bring you the lists for entertainment. It is your duty to do your own due diligence and/or consult an expert and invest your hard-earned money wisely. Please don't leave us without smashing the like button and give us a subscribe. Think of it as a tip for my hard work. I will greatly appreciate it. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Disclaimer: please note that I showcased these stocks for educational purposes only, and shouldn't be taken as investment advice. I don't personally own all these stocks, just some. Please do your own due diligence and/or consult your expert investment advisor, as more fundamental analysis may be needed before investing. Please also note that the past performance of these stocks does not guarantee or indicate similar future performance.